Well, to quote the late, great Paul Lynde, happy war games, everybody. Whoopee. And just like Paul Lynde, I am the master at not giving a shit. Well, well, there's a waste of 3 hours on a Saturday night. Not that I had high expectations going into this show, but much like Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle, I expect nothing, and I'm still let down. This is my review, a hacks review of WWE War Games 2025, and it was bland. It was bland. It was nothing. I want to put nothing, but bland is a better word. This show did nothing, started nothing, solved nothing. Ugh. Oh, this is going to be a spicy one. Like and subscribe to this one. This is probably going to be my highest viewed video in December, probably. Anyway. All right. Let's do this. Like and subscribe. I might do Saturday night's main event. I don't know. We're heading into the year's end. So let's get into this. WWE Survivor Series War Games 2025, as you were looking live at Petco Park in San Diego, California, actually did provide a really nice backdrop. There are certain stadiums that work with WWE, and I think Petco Park could do more. I think a SummerSlam there would be fun. It'd be hot as balls, but it'd be fun. So, all right, let's get a few things out of the way. Number one, yes, there was a small entrance, but to all you marks out there, in a baseball stadium, there's only so much room you can do. All right? You don't need a big video board. There are big video boards at baseball stadiums. I've been to them. Maybe all of you would know that if you traveled outside your home. Number two, I forget what that. Okay, number two, no Shark Tanks to hold everyone. And I don't mean Mark Cuban Shark Tank. No. This whole non-issue thing, yes, you didn't have the Shark Tanks. You had the individual entrances, which work. But you're exchanging spectacle and moments and surprise and pops for storytelling. For storytelling, you have the Shark Tanks and the cages there to form strategy. Yes, what you just said. You do that so that you have people there, they discuss, you see who's coming out next. And that worked for when you had the bloodline involved. And they're trying something different. Marks don't like it when things change, like Stewie Griffin, but I get it. But the last time I saw this happen, that people came out to individual entrances instead of the cages, was Fall Brawl 1998. Maybe they were paying homage to it in a weird way. But what kicked us off to start the night was the Women's War Games match, as Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and AJ Lee took on Becky Lynch, Lash Legend, Nia Jax, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. First off, Charlotte Flair wearing gear that was inspired by a girl who, let's see, a 7-year-old fan, Charlotte, who I think is battling cancer. Beautiful. That's great. But Nia Jax wearing her vibrant City Connect scheme jersey like the Padres do, I don't like those. Maybe San Diego does, but oof, white, pink, green, at this time of year, honey, no. But this match, okay, even me watching the highlights of this and trying to get through watching this was 29 minutes. This was 20 minutes of entrances and preamble and 8 minutes of the actual War Games match. Oh man, you're not getting off the hook for this either. But this was build, small payoff. And this entire women's match felt safe. It didn't feel extreme. There was barely any blood. I'm not asking for what AEW does, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But is it wrong that I wanted more? With all this in the ring, kind of minus slash legend, but with all this, there's possibility for some fun and gore and violence, and some violence, especially when you have the Terrifier incarnate Rhea Ripley out there. That mask is terrifying. I thought she was Phantom of the Opera at first, but no, she's doing Art the Terrifier, which, if you think about it, it's kind of worse. And this match was just blah. And by the way, EO, stop doing the bin thing. Stop. When you have a trash can that has your name on it, you're done. The bit's done. I don't care. The Swanton was nice. Everybody standing in a row and bowling pins. Everybody gets knocked down, and the baddies got pinned. Lash Legend, thank you for being there, for doing that. How nice of you. Yeah, that happened. I'd like to care. I really would. But this match, it was junk food. There were no rivalries that were started from this. There was nothing that was finished to this. This was like Survivor Series. Hey, everybody, time to put your feuds in the freezer because it's War Games season. I wasn't as ticked off about this as much when I did my In My Head review Sunday morning in the Jockey Wagon, which I was much more harsher on this. But this makes you rethink everything about the War Games, because I think we need to have a talk about it. Up next was the match of the night, and it's more or less the match of the night by default. John Cena versus Dom Dom. Great match between these two. John Cena coming out in the Padres brown, yellow, and red. Hey, Naya, that's the colors you're supposed to wear. And Dom, this was Judgment Day shenanigans. Why should we expect any less? Silly me for thinking that Dom could get over on talent in this match. Silly me. But credit to John. He put Dom over. Sold all of his tricks. Went out there and made sure that this was going to be a fun match. And it was. There was interference and a ref bump. 2 ref bumps. And then, dun 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 dun, the Lord and Savior of the wrestling Mark's Hearts, Liv Morgan. She's back. All the men are happy. Liv is back. So she runs down, hoops Don right in the nuts. And all right, okay, we're going to play that. She watched everything while hurt, and now is going to betray John and leaps into John Cena's arms, and then the face changes. A nice nod to the Elimination Chamber heel turn thing. Leaps off of Cena. Kick to the balls. Dom finish off John. 1, 2, 3, and Dom is your new IC champion. Dom and Liv are back together. Isn't that wonderful? All right, in all seriousness, it probably is. So, Liv's back. They'll find something for her to do. Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Valcour over this. Interesting. I don't know who the Marks would cheer for in that match, but interesting. But congratulations to Liv on getting back in. She's back into this. Dom's IC champion. All is well with the world. And John just walked away, bowing, thanking. His last PLE/pay-per-view appearance ever. It's interesting. He's the second wrestler to say goodbye at Survivor Series. It was The Undertaker in 2020. I know Cena has one more Saturday night's main event that's not a PLE. Shut up. But, John, yeah, I didn't like you throughout a lot of your run, John, but, tip of the cap to you there, buddy boy. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Up next was Stephanie Valcour versus Nikki Bella. I was right. This was the bathroom match. Absolutely the bathroom match. Now, the WWE really gummed this up. Because why didn't I thought there was a way that Nikki Bella could win this through shenanigans, through heel things, and not straight wrestling, but doing heel shenanigans. Yeah, she's older. She'll have to be the veteran and out trick Stephanie Valcour. But no, I'm going to wrestle her and prove that I'm better. You actually thought that was going to create a good match. You thought that was going to be enough. No, this match sucked. And that's nothing against Valcour, but she had to dumb down her offense just so Nikki could keep up. This wasn't vintage Nikki Bella. This was 40-plus Nikki Bella in a match against Stephanie Valcour. And the thing is, you had better options for this. What? Jillia wasn't doing anything? You have Bayley, who's from San Jose. Yes, NoCal, SoCal, two completely different things. But who cares? They would have popped for her. You had Lyra Valkyria. Is she not doing anything? No. Let's get 40-plus Nikki Bella out there. I'm sure she can hold her own. No. This match sucked. Now, that's done, let's get Stephanie Valcour into a proper feud and have her having some good matches again, and may we never speak of this again. Last was the men's War Games as Team Good Guys of Jimmy Uso, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Jey Uso, you say? He's Mr. Main Event. Friends call him Yeet Miser. Whatever he touch turns to yeet in his clutch. Ha ha. He's just too much. He's just too much. Bum, bum, bum. Yeet, yeet, yeet. He's Mr. Main Event. He's Mr. Run It Back. He's Mr. Main Event. It's the holidays, everyone. You gotta sing it. It's Rankin Bass season. So, yes, him taking on Drew McIntyre, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Brock Lesnar, and Braun's son, Reed. And, God. Okay. All right. First off, WWE, I have some questions. First off, why are we starting off with Punk and Braun? You had Punk and Drew right there. And keep in mind, we could have had Braun Breaker versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship, but no, we have to put Jay in the main event because we have to get him over. So this was a match where the format of everybody coming out to their individual entrances worked. I'll admit that because there's a big name in this. Everybody has big entrances and booga, booga, booga. So, we start getting the exchanges, and this was done right. I forgot to mention this with the women's. The faces had the advantage in the alternating. This one, the heels had the advantage, as it should be. But, yeah, here's one of my big problems with the match. Jey Uso comes in, saves his tag team partner. Does everybody keep fighting? No, we're going to run it back during War Games. And I'm going to get on top of this L because I'm Jey Uso doing this on top of the cage. Yeah! Day one-ish. Oh, you're going to do that, Jey Uso? Mr. I'm not an entrance? You are an entrance. You're a meme. And you're going to be in the My Time Is Now tournament? You're getting mad that everybody thinks you're an entrance? Golf. In the words of Gordon Ramsay, oh, piss off. Get out of here. Absolutely rubbish. Oh, are you against having fun? No, I'm not against having fun. I've been there for Jey Uso entrances. I was there at 40. But I'm tired of this. I'm tired of him doing his entrance again during matches. It was cute a little bit during SummerSlam, but now it's annoying. I'm not an entrance. I need to be more aggressive. Yeah, whatever. This And we continued on. I'm struggling to figure out what was interesting about this match because there really wasn't. Sure, Brock came out and interrupted Jay's entrance. The one good thing Brock's done over the past couple months. But out comes Roman, everybody's Lord and Savior. And then things happen. Everybody fights. Punch, punch, punch. Looks like it's down to Punk and Braun. And oh, look, a masked man is crawling up over the cage. Gets in the ring, super kick Punk, stomp, and leaves. And the baddies win. Oh, is that meant for us to believe it's Seth Rollins? It's not Seth Rollins. It's not. If it is, a lot of people are going to be pissed off. But everybody knows it's Austin Theory. Everybody knows. With a half brain knows what this is. And with that, War Games was over. And at the end, Roman helped up Punk because they're in Zootopia too, don't you know? And then Reigns looks at Cody, stares at him, and scene. That's it. That's it. That was the end of the night. And supposedly fans booed after this. I don't blame them. I'd be pissed too. And that's pretty much it. You spent over $600 at this show and you got a 3-hour, four match nothing burger. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. But you know what? I'll agree with Wrestle Talk. War Games is a brand, and this brand was successful because over 46,000 people showed up and record profits were happening. All of you can whine and complain about how bad it was, but until you start answering with your wallet, this is going to continue happening. This was another bad big PLE by Paul Levesque as the summer, fall, and now winter of their discontent will continue. AEW got it right with Blood and Guts. They absolutely got it right. It was a little heavy on the blood and guts, but they got it right. And it's not a mistake that they did this 2 weeks before WWE's War Games. And all it did was show how you could do this right with the right amount of blood, storytelling, and a hint of what's going to happen. This show was bland, boring, safe, and nothing happened. And that is it. Thank you to everyone so much for watching. In the words of Steve Dangle, like and subscribe. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another one of these before the Rumble, which is in February in Saudi Arabia. And so the long, hard march into winter starts. See you next time.